signing. But SuperSport is struggling with money now, which was
Yeah.
not the case when I was there. And to to give your best players sometimes doesn't help us.
Yeah, no, it's a problem, especially when you have to replace your your best players.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing to do when you're constantly losing your best talents. It's a very
I- I'm
I'd say it's the most difficult thing to do. Some teams can do it for a period, but then it runs out. There's at some point where you're just not going to be able to um, replace what you lost.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that just goes to the smaller clubs, unfortunately, in this case.
I'm
It's
just
very
worried.
difficult.
I'm just worried SuperSport become like Ajax, Amsterdam.
Yeah,
Produce and
yeah,
produce
they're
and sell,
selling. Yeah,
produce and
they're
sell,
selling team, unfortunately.
and then
Unfortunately.
end up having problems. Like you see what's happening at Ajax
Mm,
because that
mm,
process can't go on for many years.
mm.
If you don't replace the quality, it's gonna catch up
Eventually, yeah.
because now they're struggling in the Eredivisie. They can't win the title anymore,
Mm.
and
No,
that's
hundreds.
how because they've been doing well in the transfer policy,
Mm.
but felt like the players they brought in were a one they sold. You understand?
Yeah.
Now
Hey.
all of a sudden, they release so many of them. Plus the coach, then they bring players that are end of their career almost. Anderson,
Mm.
Tadic, that's how I feel like it's a bit complicated when you don't invest again. And I'm scared
Mm.
Sport is going to to that direction.
Yeah, no.
And
It's
and let's
it's, it's
face
a,
it, Supersport is one of the top four best team in South Africa. When you talk about
mm,
the top four best team in South Africa, normally you say six Sundowns, but then Supersport is the fourth one.
mm.
But they they don't look like a top four team anymore.
Yeah. I actually firmly agree with that. No, the
Say
drop
that
off is incredible.
the
From
drop
last
of,
season
and you see
to
Stellenbosch going into the league like it's great.
mm,
I
eh,
appreciate what they're doing also. Baxter is somebody that knows how to what he's doing also.
mm,
It's all about experience. So, when you're in one league for long, you tend to understand uh, and what type of player fits into that kind of team. You understand?
mm, mm,
And Baxter, over the years, that's what he does. He managed to
mm.
find the right players for his team.
Yeah. No. Eh, yeah. What can you say, man? But there's no point in delving too deep into that because you're gonna end up doing reciting political things here. But yeah, man. Besides the PSL, so far, man, I wanted to talk about your team, Chelsea, and
Yeah.
the progress under your new ownership.
Mm.
Um, he's doing things the unconventional way. The amount of money is spent into the team, as well as not really spending it correctly. I've always kept on emphasizing this problem that new owners, and especially I'm not trying to be a nationalist or anything like that, but
Mm.
American owners just have this thing where they come in, and I think they confuse football with uh, American sports, if you get what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
way the way things are run, in football is completely entirely different from Americans
Yeah.
sports altogether. You can't compare baseball with football. It's like comparing bananas and apples. So the problem they have, they come in, they spend all this money, and this money is not spent by the right people. They don't make sure that they have the right people in place before they actually start investing money.
yeah,
And that's where it all falls apart for them, because now you have a huge bill that you have to settle now. On top of,
mm,
now you have to fix things.
yeah,
You have to fix things within the structural part of the club. You have to now get rid of players. You have to find ways to sell players that you spend huge amounts of money on. These players are on they're on very lengthy contracts. you know
mm.
so it's another thing. So now I wanted to gain your perspective, in terms of, so far, how do you see Todd? How has he done so far for Chelsea?
To be honest with you, I don't understand what the guys do and who's doing the signings. And I didn't expect it to actually get to Europe.
Mm,
To be honest with you, I thought Chelsea will finish 10, 11,
mm,
but to finish in the top was a great achievement.
mm,
That's why I was shocked when they uh, because I felt like he was heading the team in the right direction. I mean,
mm,
he went to a cup final and another semi-final. You understand? And
mm.
recently, I heard him sign another right back. I'm like, you have two of the best right backs in the Premier League. If Rich James is fit, is the best right back. Then you have the
Mm.
boy that that's backup. Why do you need another right back? So sometimes I don't understand to get Chelsea how this happens. And also, Coutinho is a good signing. I felt we need a solid centre back and somebody that can
Yeah.
actually head the ball because letting Thiago Silva leave was meant that you have to bring somebody that could head the ball because Chelsea has conceded so many goals from set pieces or crosses from the back post. So it's important that they sign right players, you know, not just
Mm,
sign.
mm.
And Araka, for me, it is a good coach because you don't work
Yeah,
on the side if you're not good. But
absolutely.
it's Chelsea is a different pressure.
Ish.
Chelsea
Yeah, no.
isn't Le-
I'm
Chelsea
actually,
isn't Leicester, my friend. Chelsea is not Leicester. Chelsea, if it doesn't go well, you're gone.
yeah, yeah.
And Chelsea
Ask
is not the
Poch.
and Chelsea is not Chelsea. If you look properly, Chelsea is not a complicated. Chelsea fans are not complicated. They don't expect you to play the most beautiful football.
Mm,
Over the years, Chelsea is known by winning titles. No matter how you do it,
yeah.
we're not like Manchester City or Manchester City or Crystal Palace that has a way to it. Tottenham that those are players they want to play football. You understand?
Mm,
Chelsea is not
mm.
like that. So it's a kind of thing that's easy to coach actually.
Mm.
Get the right players.
Yeah.
You have a talented squad. Get the right players in. If I tell you, if they sign three, they sign one more center back and a striker. That team is ready. A proper center back.
Mm,
Because I'm not convinced about these two Frenchmen, Gisasi and Bashwari. That's why they for me it's not Premier League center back,
mm.
proper Premier League center back.
Yeah.
And if you sign one more center back, Chelsea needs one striker because Jackson makes it too much. That
Mm,
that the team is finished, is done.
Yeah,
because
Jackson, eh?
you have quality on the wide side. You have Madueke. You can play Madueke. You can play Nkuku. You can play. You can play even Jackson on the right.
Mm,
You know, you have Modric. No, we have quality going forward, but we need a goal scorer.
mm,
Just imagine if all these chances Jackson missed this year, if he scored, where will Chelsea? Chelsea will be fighting for top four.
mm.
How many leads did he give
Hundreds.
away? How many leads did he give away?
Yeah,
No, Pochettino has done a good job. That's why I was pissed when they fired.
hey, dude.
But you
Yeah,
see,
no,
see,
yeah, yeah. You said a mouthful there. With regards to your owner, man, I mean, really, I've been trying to figure this out. How do you guys structurally work upstairs? Because obviously, I knew under Abramovich was the manager and the sporting director just above him. You know, but now I don't know. Is it the owner that does the signings? Because now I'm thinking it probably is it's the owners and his like advisors that actually do the signings. Because now you look at the players that are coming in, the manager has no say.
yeah,
There's no they basically on that on this new thing where the club now just buys players for you and you have to coach them.
mm,
That's the kind of thing I'm seeing with at Chelsea, and it's the kind of thing that I'm currently also seeing at Man United. Currently, that's the direction they wanna go into, where now football clubs are just buying players for men. Managers have to come in and coach. So
mm.
I don't know because now you've got players that can. Right now, I think you guys want to play a position-based football type of style, based on the current manager that you guys just got. Um, and as well as Todd himself said that he wants to see Chelsea play an attacking position-based style of football. So I don't know. How do you think it's gonna work out, especially with the current personnel that you have right now within your squad? Or do you guys think that you still need to sign more players, or do you think that you have to get rid of some, and then obviously you have to get rid of some before you sign because of FFP? But based on the current squad that you have, do you think that these players can implement the style of play? That the coach would want to play.
No, you see when Abramovich was there,
Mm,
Abramovich never involved in finance. The coach comes, he
mm,
said, he asked the coach, who do you want? The coach said, I want X, Y, Z. He gives the
mm,
money, the coach signs. Then he tells you, I want this. If you don't get results, you won't. That's as simple as that. He doesn't get involved at all. But I feel like this owner, he goes and signs a player before he even appoints a new coach. You understand? And that's not how it works. In order
yeah,
for a football team to work, everybody needs to do his part. One person can't do everything. I'll give you an example of
yeah.
Jomo. Jomo. When I was in South Africa, Jomo was one of the most dangerous team to play against. They've
Mm,
won the cup, which was upside cup before, and they've been top four and blah, blah. But if Jomo is when he was getting, he tried to get other people involved into the team and just step back a little bit. You understand?
mm, mm,
Qualified people, Cosmos will be still in the league, in the top four. Because you can't
mhm,
run a club, a football club. A football club is not an amateur thing. Football club. A professional football club, it has to be run with people. Everybody has to do their job in the way it should be done. If I was the Chelsea boss right now, coach, I would say I want to keep the squad. I will probably release. I will probably sell 3 players, 3 4 players.
mm, mm,
I will sign. I will sell 3 4 players. I will sign 3 players because they already selling Martin.
yeah.
Aston Villa want to. They
Mm,
Thiago Silva is gone, so you have already 2 gone. So
yeah.
now find 2 players that you feel like they don't fit into the way you want. Because I don't think Giuseppe, I don't think he's good enough to play from the back, and Chelsea want to play from. For me, I would say the other centre back is more comfortable, a little bit more comfortable. That one you can keep it. You
Mm,
have Choroba and you have Tosin that come. That's enough for centre back.
yeah.
That's unless you wanna, unless you decide you're gonna play 3 centre back,
Mm,
then you definitely need, then you definitely need 2 extra.
uh, yeah. No, I also see it the same way because
Yeah.
yeah,
So
because
I'm 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 happy with the goalkeeper department. I think
mm,
Petrovic has done so well since he came in, and he took his chance because Sanchez, I wasn't sure.
mm,
He wasn't sure what he was doing. Like, so many mistakes he made before he got into. So when Petrovic
yeah,
came, I felt like Chelsea felt a little bit solid at the back,
yeah, yeah. I think it's done
and
great
and,
to be
and we fixed
honest.
our goal scoring. That's it.
Yeah. No,
That,
when it comes to position based, I think obviously people like your fullbacks like Gusto and thing and Cucurella, they can play the position based style of football.
mm,
Um, Another person who could you could also add into that. I mean, it's thing Enzo Fernandez could also play it as well.
yeah.
Um, who else can I say can play this? Who's very disciplined on the ball? Casado
Casedo can
definitely
play,
can.
Enzo
Yeah,
can play.
Casado can
We
also
have,
play it as well. Mm.
there's another boy.
Um,
There's another boy from
uh,
Madu. Madu. What
yeah,
is it called?
yeah.
But that boy, for
Uh,
me, for me,
mm,
Chelsea can loan him out
mm,
because he's still young
yes,
and he's a good player. Poch
mm,
liked him. He played more game than I thought.
yeah,
But for me, Casado, that's the Casado's position. That
yeah,
sitting role,
definitely.
Casado does it.
Perfectly,
Enzo,
perfectly.
Enzo, I would like to have him a little bit forward
Mm,
because if you're gonna play this highlight, you need a center midfielder that has some little bit of pace.
mm,
And Caicedo is quicker than Enzo.
yeah, hundreds.
You understand? So
Yeah,
you have Caicedo, you have Gallagher, you have Enzo.
mm,
Those three, I think, is the right midfielder.
yeah. I think that's actually more balanced. If you
That's
think about
balance
it, it's more balanced.
because
Yeah,
because because
some.
when you lose the ball, you have they both they both offensive midfielders
Mm,
have the capacity to run back
mm,
and they have the leg.
mm. But yeah, I still like I'm still kind of flabbergasted by the fact that your owner last season spent not even I wouldn't say even last season, the season before,
Is
the one that's just ended. I mean, he spent almost close to 1 billion and he never sorted out the strikers issue. That was
Yeah.
shocking, honestly. I don't know how you can spend that much money and you forget to buy a striker, a competent striker.
No,
So I, f- I
actually,
feel like, hmm?
their target, their target from the beginning of the season, after they
Mm,
signed back, they wanted to sign another striker, experienced striker that can score goals.
yeah,
But their target, the one they want, it wasn't for sale.
yeah.
I
I
think
remember he was
I
for
think
sale. Mm,
they targeted one guy from the Spanish league. I don't know if it's Laria or they wanted to sign one striker there,
mm,
but club didn't want to see that. So they end up saying, okay, we go to Jackson for now and see how it goes.
mm,
Then in January, because of the FIFA rules and financial rules, they couldn't sign another player. And they have to
mm.
release one player, which they didn't do.
Eh, okay.
So they couldn't open
Ah,
they couldn't open that space.
yeah. But I think in those kind of situation, you know what you can do. You need stop gaps in between. Instead of just leaving it open. Just try and get maybe someone on loan. Uh, in between that until you can get the target that you want. Because now the thing is, if a striker gets injured, you see now the problem is with Nkunku and these guys. He's always out. He's never there.
You know,
So and now your only option now that you're left with is Jackson. So it's like, what you know. So you'd rather at least have someone as cover in the meantime there who can do a job there for you instead of just
mm,
leaving it out for the entire season and then you suffer now because you don't have options. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like they actually slept on that one, and it kind of cost Chelsea way too much.
yeah.
But yeah, in terms of the managerial situation, do you think Poch deserved another season, President?
I do think he deserves another. You see, the big club since Mourinho, Chelsea never had one striker only,
Mm,
one proper striker. Chelsea used to have Drogba, Good Johnson, Asselbank.
mm,
Then Asselbank, they went to the Kesman.
mm,
I
I
don't know if you
remember.
remember this one. He was top scorer.
Yeah, yeah, Kazman was good. Was very good.
Throughout those years,
Um,
throughout
mm,
those years, how many top strikers did we have? We had Crespo.
him and
Crespo
Crespo.
came and left. Who else did we sign? We had
Yeah, you
Anelka.
guys signed yeah, no, Nelka as well.
We had
I
top
remember there
strikers.
was a point where you signed Shevchenko as well. At some point, you also signed him.
Shevchenko came.
Yeah.
Torres came.
Um, mm,
Fernando Torres.
I
So
remember that
Chelsea always
controversial
have
window.
Chelsea always, Chelsea always have two world class strikers in the team. Always.
Mm,
It's only this
mm,
year they have Jackson Broja. Broja. Broja played
yeah, no.
for Albany, played for Chelsea whole season for one Premier League.
Mm,
Jackson
mm,
did well, to be honest with you, because for his first season he has become strong by records. He scored 14 league
mm.
goals, but
No,
Chelsea
100.
need another one, a caliber of Jackson that can score 14 goals. If you have two
Mm,
strikers that can score double figures a year, both of them, you are
mm.
you good.
Yeah, I think
But
there's a shortage of strikers at
that's
the
the same
moment. To be
problem
honest.
your team is having,
Mm. No, there's a
because
shortage of strikers.
Sir Alex Ferguson used to have four top strikers in one year.
Yeah. Sheringham,
Top strikers.
Andy Cole,
Cole,
York, as
Sheringham,
well as
Solskjaer,
and Social.
Tevez,
Yeah,
Rooney, Ronaldo,
yeah.
Van Nistelrooy. That's a big team. That's how a big team should line up.
Mm.
Not 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 one Danish player that's 21 years old leading Manchester United for the whole season, and you expect the team to win the league or to go to the top four. No chance.
Yeah, no, I think that one I'm gonna blame it on the manager because he could have gotten Kane, but he chose to actually go after Mount. He made Mount his most pressing signing, knowing that
Joe
very well we
Mount,
needed two strikers. Yeah,
Mount, is,
he
Mount has
wanted
been so
Mount.
bad. Mount has been so bad for you guys.
No,
Joe,
he wanted Mount, and I never understood it because I was angry when I heard we were linked with him. I'm like, you've got Harry Kane here that you need to. How do you think we're not gonna get Harry Kane and then get Mount and get Hoyland that we just got now. And then it's
yeah,
like you want all these three players. You don't have the budget. Like you have to use your common sense sometimes as a manager. He wanted full control, right? So this
yeah,
is where he needed to apply a bit of common sense and say, okay, I've got this much money. I know I'm
yeah,
not going to afford three players. So right now, can I do without Mason Mount? Yes, I can. Which you could have this season. If you think about it, we didn't really need
yeah,
him when you've noticed it. But we needed a striker. We needed
yeah,
an experienced goal scorer. Harry Kane was perfect for that. And people are saying Daniel Levy was not going to sell to us. No, Harry Kane still would have wanted to. His first preference was staying in the Premier League, no matter what.
yeah.
But there's no offers, so he had to
The-
leave. So if he had gotten Kane and maybe got Hoyland to learn under him, it would have been better that way because now
Yeah,
you've got a player who's young and now can learn under the senior striker and he can
yeah,
teach him a few things because you can see with Hoyland's game needs an overall, like he needs to be taught where to make runs, when to stay back, when to hold the ball, how to hold the ball, because his holder plays horrendous. When you see him,
exactly.
he's always trying to fight with someone. Like he's not trying to
Yeah,
shield the ball. He's actually fighting with someone and falling all over and doing unnecessary things. And you can see that he would have learned that very well from Harry Kane because Harry Kane is just lethal in terms of he knows where to run, where to be. His overall play is also on. He's world class. He's an all round striker. So that would have benefited him and it would have been it would have been a smoother transition. When Harry Kane
yeah,
leaves, Hoyland steps up and he's learned everything that he needed to learn without any pressure. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? So that's why I was very angry at that's when I was like, this manager needs to leave now. Even before the season started, when I saw Mount being prioritized over us getting a new striker, an experienced striker, that's when I lost it. That's when I was like,
yeah.
he doesn't know what he's doing now. You know,
Mm.
um, but yeah,
No, but I
what
don't.
do you
What
think
I don't
about
understand
huh?
is Ten Hag. What I don't understand,
Hmm?
Hag, he's got he's got a young. To be honest with you,
Mm,
I feel like United, United attack with Garnacho, that Ahmad Diallo,
mm,
Oyland, and Rashford.
mm,
I think they can terrorize different, but it depends on how you're gonna use them.
mm,
Because all those four can play together. That means
mm,
you need Bruno to be very disciplined, and you need somebody that's not Ericsson and that's not Casemiro.
yeah, yeah.
Because United need a proper holding midfielder, not this Moroccan player. No, that's not United. No,
Amrabat.
Amrabat. No, no, no. Amrabat has
No, he's
one
only
one
good.
good World Cup.
He's only good for like a backup. I think I only look at him as more of a backup when people are injured and stuff.
Amrabat.
More so.
What is it? What is it? What it should
Mm,
be for United? United lead 2-1, 10 minutes to go. You take off
Yeah,
an
that's
attacking
what I'm
player
thinking.
and you put Amrabat there.
Yeah,
But to start a Premier League game against Chelsea or
no, you
something, no
shouldn't.
chance. No chance. United should be, United bench. United bench have players that you turn your back with like, oh, even if we lose, we have
Mm,
a chance to come back. That's the Manchester United
mm,
I know. But
mhm.
you watch Manchester United, you see Ahmad Diallo on the bench and young stars that come from academy. They can't fix your problem.
Mm-mm.
They can't. Ten Hag needs to sign four quality players, like 50 million pound players, four of them,
Yeah,
because Varane is gone.
no, you need.
Maguire is not consistent. You have Licha
Mm-hmm,
only.
mm,
They need to find another center back, a proper center back. I'm
yeah,
talking about like Van der Berg niveau. That Tottenham center back.
yeah, yeah,
That's what United need right now.
yeah.
Somebody that's young and that's quick. Like Varane when he was young, before he joined Real Madrid.
Mm,
That's the
mm.
type of
I
United
remember,
need
yeah.
right. I've seen Tottenham. I've seen Tottenham sign two center backs. This guy Romanian
Mm,
player and Van der Berg,
yeah.
and they still have the Argentinian center back.
Mm, mm.
Those three center backs could play for United and Chelsea. I don't understand
But now, why
how
didn't our club?
they
Why
do the
didn't?
creative.
Why aren't our clubs not making those type of signings? Because now that's the problem we have.
Have you watched
Why aren't these
Romania?
clubs making this?
Have you watched Romania first game?
Yeah, I have.
I've seen that
I
set
have.
of. I'm like,
But,
how did Tottenham get this center back? Where was Chelsea and United? They were sleeping. Tottenham got this center back. This Van der Beek. Sure. I watch him. I watch him games in the Premier League. I was like, "Oh, God, why is Chelsea sleeping?"
mm,
Yo,
yeah, no, it was terrible, man. It was
and they
terrible. I
go.
don't honestly. Honestly, I don't know what is happening. I think it's just politics. On To be honest, there's no way you can miss out on some. If you have so many of scouts around
Yeah,
the world, which Chelsea and Man United do, big clubs you have a lot of scouts. They
yeah,
invest a lot in scouts, in scouting networks and everything. There's no way you're telling me that you're gonna sit there. I'm telling you now, there's a thing where I feel like the scouts where they do go to the club and they say this is who we found, and then the club just virtues everything that the scouts are saying. Because I heard at Man United we had that problem under the Glazers, where our scouts were coming in and they were telling Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs was the second. That was the left hand man of Louis van Gaal, right at the time.
yeah,
And they came to Ryan Giggs and they actually told him, look, we found Kylian Mbappe, we found Gabriel Jesus. These are young players that are gonna, take over soon. They have huge potential. And then apparently Louis van Gaal and the club just decided, no, we don't want those two players. They just don't fit in with what we are trying to do. And then it's like I feel like that's the thing, and we tend to do this thing when we blame scouts. What are our scouts doing? What are scouts doing? And you find that scouts are recommending players to the clubs, and the club
yeah,
is just saying no, we don't want them because maybe it's the person's not marketable at the time. It's not someone they look at who's gonna sell shirts or who's going to or it's just someone they just don't like. They don't like the profile, or it just doesn't interest them that much. So I think it's the problem with big clubs. Where smaller clubs, the reason why the smaller clubs will pick up these players. they'll always will pick up these players. They don't care about selling shirts. They care about the potential more than
Mm.
anything else. They care about this player developing and becoming the best. Then they can sell the player for a huge amount of profits. So it's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Our
No,
clubs will never become. Mm,
I watch director over and Oleg
yeah.
Gunnar Solskjaer was the guest. He was talking. He said to Holland when he was coaching them, he called United and tell them.
Mm,
And that time he wasn't the coach. Yeah? He tell
mm,
them sign Holland. He just joined Strasbourg, signed him. This boy is going far. They said
mm,
nah, we can't sign him. Blah 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 blah. And you see the difference. The small clubs when they go recruit, they choose one guy that's for them. They will book him ticket to
mm.
go in Italia Serie B. They go everywhere. They watch every football game because you don't know where you find talent.
Yeah.
You know this
Ah,
Jamal Musiala. I
mm,
don't know if you see it on Instagram. They've been posting it. When he was 11, one lady commented. One lady wrote on a thing on a Instagram page. They
mm,
there's 7 years old boy. He's a superstar or something like.
mm,
Because there are some people that eye. They can see a footballer and tell you this one is gonna go far
mm.
straight
I
away.
agree.
And why can't big teams like Manchester United book tickets for somebody? Just hire somebody who knows football. Say, go everywhere. Romania, Albania, go everywhere. Watch
Mm,
the older league. You will find somebody. When the small club can do that, what about the big club?
mm. No, the big clubs want the finish article. That's the problem, and
Yes.
everything on the silver, and it's not sustainable. Now, the beauty about it is that with the fair play rules being strict and everything, I think big clubs are now gonna actually start investing more in looking out for upcoming talent because you cannot keep buying established players. Smaller clubs are just gonna keep
Yeah,
inflating prices,
yeah, that's
and
true.
then yeah. So I think that's why when I look at Man United now, I'm seeing our first signings are academy players. We're signing a lot
Yeah,
of academy players.
yeah.
I think that's our main focus before we even bring in any of the senior players through. I think we've made about 3 or 4 already academy players that we've signed in the past weeks or so.
Wow.
So I'm seeing Chelsea as well. They're looking for the next thing as well. If you look at the player that they just signed as well.
Mm.
So yeah, I think the strategy in the transfers with the big clubs is just drastically changing.
Yeah,
It's
it
no
is.
longer about looking after. Yeah, because it's not sustainable anymore. You can't keep throwing these big fees and then expecting something to happen. Fair play rules are gonna catch up with you. You have
Yeah.
to spend wisely now. So
Mm.
yeah, I think that's the only positive I like about fair play rules.
Yeah.
It's the fact that clubs are more will operate in a more sustainable manner as opposed to just trying to find the finished product every single time.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, but we'll see.
And I think
We'll see
also,
how it.
I think also the way
Mm,
the way Chelsea is planning in a way,
mm,
it's Chelsea. I have a feeling the guy is signing because he doesn't want to spend 100 million. Because
mm,
if you see the youngsters, he pays like 20 million or 15 million or something like that. He buys them
mm,
early, then he puts them on. And because of what happened to Salah, the Bruno story, they don't wanna they don't wanna give. give away their play like they used to do. Then they become big star. Then they can't even reach to buy them. So in a
mm,
way, I think that's a good idea actually to buy them and bring them to the club, you know,
mm.
and let them go on loan and not sell them, keep them,
Yeah.
So
Mm,
which is a good thing because or else you're gonna have
mm,
to be like you're gonna have to spend 100 million for a player. The way it's going, it's like now fullbacks are cutting are going to cost 100 million. Fullbacks, I'm telling you,
mm.
and that's not good for football.
Yeah. Everything is inflating.
Mm. So
Especially with when it comes to now with strikers and fullbacks and center backs, it's becoming a problem.
it
Like
is.
the prices that you're spending on fullbacks now is ridiculous.
It's
You know,
ridiculous.
yeah. So I think clubs need to learn how to buy wisely. We have to
Yeah,
start buying wisely and invest more in our scouting systems, and then that way we can operate sustainably. And in within the frames of fair play.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, right now Chelsea apparently have to sell. They have to sell a couple of players in order to buy again.
Mm.
So yeah, who do you think should leave? Because now I'm hearing different
Right.
opinions. Some people
To
want
be
this
honest
guy
with
or
me,
that
to be
guy.
honest with you, I would right now I would only let go two players.
Mm,
I would sell Bisaki. I want to sell him because
mm,
I don't think he could win. And that midfielder I'm talking about, young midfielder, I will loan him out.
mm.
If I can loan out those two, I can sign three players. I think that will stabilize the team because we're not gonna play Champions League week in week out. The Europa League, we can play Europa League, and it's not gonna be it's not gonna be intense in the beginning.
Mm.
You can use the second team and win games,
Yeah.
and that that's the cup week we should win, should go to win. Same as United,
Which cup do you guys wanna win? Which cup do you guys wanna win?
the Europa League or the Conference League.
Oh, you got the Conference League. Yeah, yeah.
Conference League because
Ah,
United should
yeah.
go for the Europa League. I don't think United is ready to go to top four now. Hit top four.
No, I don't think we're gonna make top four. To be honest, you see, I foresee this guy leaving before December because now he's
The coach,
Tenach. Yeah, I foresee him. Because there's no way. You see, if you can't implement the style of play in the past two
yeah,
years, what makes you think you're gonna do it all of a sudden? So
that's true.
you already see where this is going. I think these owners were just playing. I think it was a thing where it was fan pressure. They didn't want to be the villains because the fans
Yeah,
wanted Tanakh to stay after the FA Cup win. So what they're doing, essentially, they're gonna say, look, we kept your guy, and then when he fails, it's like it's not gonna be their fault. They'll be like, you see, we gave your guy a chance, but we gotta bring a person of our own, and that's the only thing they're scared of. They were scared of the backlash. I think the
yeah.
next manager that's gonna come in is gonna come in a better environment, like where everything is clean slate, and you know, though the fans would have like grieved Tanakh leaving and everything. They would understand that he was just not he was just not competent to
You see,
to
the only
to succeed.
the only way I,
Mm,
only way I think United might get to top four
mm,
because to replace Jurgen Klopp and the intensity Jurgen Klopp was like
mm.
Liverpool might struggle
Yeah, Liverpool
and
will struggle. I think it's what
Liverpool
people
might
don't
struggle
realize.
and, and,
Mm,
and Chelsea might struggle because if Enzo
mm,
Maresca comes and want to change completely the style,
mm.
Chelsea might struggle
Yeah.
and Aston Villa
And
I can
Aston Villa
guarantee
will struggle. They
as
will
Aston Villa
struggle.
will
You know why I
definitely
say
struggle.
that?
What
Champions
happened
League
to Newcastle will
to
happen to
Newcastle.
us.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
No, you've got a point.
Champions League is not made. You can't play Champions League and play the intensity of the Premier League if you don't have the squad. It's
True,
impossible.
true.
That's why players of Newcastle they were falling like flies.
Mm.
And
Yeah, no.
Champions League is
Mm.
Champions League is tough, my friend. You get to a group like
No.
the way group Newcastle was
Mm.
with AC Milan and PSG. It's tough. And Dortmund, it's crazy.
Yeah, no. They threw
So
them in the group of death.
that's why I
That's
feel
right.
like United is the only team basically that has the continuity out of the team that struggled last year.
Yeah, we
So
may, we may scam it. We may
we
scam
may
top four,
scam it,
but
we may scam it,
yeah,
but it all depends also on how you sign.
yeah, exactly.
I see
That's
you
the
monitoring
problem I
a good.
have.
I see they monitoring a good striker. They want to sign a good
Mm.
striker. This boy I watch that play in Italy, Bologna.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
I think
Zeki.
if I think they need that guy. They need to sign that guy. Because I watched the guy. He's a good striker.
Mm. No, it's
If
more
they can
like
get that guy,
I think is yeah, it's more like a forward that can play across the front three positions
yeah,
up front.
yeah. No,
Um,
it's a quality striker. I think,
mm,
but they need to sign. United need to sign midfielder.
mm,
Eriksen is a good player, but I don't think he can play with the intensity.
mm-mm. Not anymore. I
Eriksen,
think
Eriksen is the
he needs to be.
is-
Mm,
after his heart attack problem, he hasn't been the same. You can see the quality.
mm.
I feel like intensity is like
Yeah, if I think he's just slowed down.
and Casemiro
He slowed down. Mm.
Casemiro looks good. Amrabat can do it unless you sign a proper number six. I promise you, Chelsea. If they tell me that I'm going to sign Kante again, I will be happy.
Mm. Yeah.
Sure, no, I will
No,
secretly get back.
that would be a good window. Actually, that
United
would be
should
a
have
good window.
United should have gone for Kante. I'm telling you. If I was United,
Nah,
yes, I would go. I would release Casemiro and I would go sign.
and you know they want him in Saudi Arabia. You know, in the Saudi Arabian league, Al Nassr actually wants him.
Yeah,
So we
because
can
if
get a
United,
good fee for him. Mm,
because if United, that's what they did. They need somebody that sits, that doesn't move,
mm,
and that has the quality to turn over.
mm,
Then you have Bruno in advanced position and Eriksen or Mount, whoever it is on the other side.
mm,
That's a
mm.
good three.
Eh,
You know?
but will we do it? But will we do it now? Because now you see, the thing is, it's all nice to say we must do this, we must do that. Now I've learned. There's one thing I've learned at this football club. They don't like applying common sense. So anything that makes any sort of sense, they won't do it. You know. So I can
You
see
can use
us.
mine. You can even you guys. I think you guys are good quality players. If you see Mount is Maino is those two with Fernandez. The only thing is you don't have somebody to sit because Mount's not somebody that sits. I feel like Maino is good more in the offensive midfield
Mm, mm.
because
No,
he's
I
got that
think
quality.
you know what I think. I think with Menu is more of an 8 than a 6. They should not try
Yeah,
and play
that's
him
what I'm saying.
as a 6. Yeah,
That's what I'm
because now you're diminishing his qualities if you put him as a six,
Yeah,
and he's not disciplined enough to be a six. If you think about it, if you look at his game, yes, at times he can track back and do these, but he doesn't do it consistently. He's more. I feel like he's more. You see more of his quality when he's like when he goes forward and plays the 1-2s, and like he can progress the ball as well. So being in that eight position where you're able to dictate play and you can pretty much hold on to position as well. He's press resistant, as we've seen. If he holds the ball, he hardly loses it. So
yeah.
um, as an eight, he fits perfectly in that mold. Now the thing is, the problem I have now it's Bruno. Bruno is a person who's not press resistant. He loses the ball way too many times, makes unnecessary Hollywood passes. He leaves us for counter attacks 90% of the time. Um, so he is a problem. He's a pandemic in a way.
To be
He's
honest,
not a very disciplined
to be
midfielder.
honest with you, to be honest with you, I would sell Bruno.
Yeah, same here.
I
Same
think
here.
I think, I think he's I think he's the only problem.
Mm,
It doesn't fit the system in the team system.
mm,
For you to be a captain, you, you should have a great body language.
mm,
That's
mm.
the first thing. Especially when he's surrounded by young players. His body language is
Yeah.
negative. When you make a bad pass, this.
Yeah, he blames the next person when he makes a bad pass. It's like, why
Yes.
didn't you run for
No,
it?
no. Bruno really doesn't do it.
Yeah, no. He needs to go. And it's if you say that, with our fan base, hey, they get very angry, eh? If you
Yeah,
tell
I
them
know.
that we know.
But they don't see. They don't see. They look blind. Bruno is the one man
uh,
show. Bruno is under the team.
mm,
Bruno, same mentality. They're a team player. If you can get,
yeah,
if you can build that team around Mane,
yeah.
huh?
I think yeah,
Get
if you can do that. Mm,
and get a proper sitting midfield. Somebody that is disciplined.
mm,
You can play Mount on each side
yeah.
because Mount has legs to defend and he can press.
Mm, mm. No,
So
actually, when you think about it, Mount fits us more than Bruno.
I
If you
tell
really
you,
think about it,
no, it's injuries. You would see. You would see. This season it's going to be different.
if he can, if he can stay fit, the only problem I have with him is him being out
No,
90% of the time. So
he,
if
I,
he can stay fit this season,
the,
if we sell
the years
Bruno,
he
for
played for
example,
Chelsea,
hmm?
the years he
Mm,
played, he wasn't injured a lot. He was always available. I don't know what happened.
yeah,
I thought we had the worst
yeah,
physio in the first league.
yeah. Hey guys, yeah. No, but
No,
I don't know, man. I think somewhere somehow medically something has gone wrong. Either I don't know if it's the whoever's advising him medically or whatever. Because now I think he's rushed a lot back. If you think about it, if you watched him this season, a
yeah,
lot of times when they said he was fit, he wasn't really fit. You could see it
yeah,
even when he was like playing that he wasn't 100% fit. So medical department again is a problem at these football clubs, especially now that things are coming in thick and fast. You've got these tournaments. Players are playing an obscene amount of games now. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
It's
So
crazy.
you need to manage them now. You need squads. This is why it's very essential to have a squad for a big season. Because everyone's gonna get a chance with the amount of games that you play. Including the cups that you also play in between that, including the international games. all of those things are now they fit in.
Yeah,
So you need like 2 or 3 squads. Some teams have even have three. Man, I see Man City are trying to have 3 squads now.
yeah.
After
Man City is good.
this
Man
past
City is
season, after
good.
what they've seen, they're now trying to
Man City, if they don't sign players, people are if the teams in Premier League
yeah,
are set understanding the stuff.
they're gonna
They don't.
lose if they don't.
I feel like Arsenal
Mm,
will be the team to beat
mm.
because they look back,
Arsenal
they
are
look
very
dangerous,
close. Arsenal are very close. They're very, very
and they
close. Yeah, they're very
I
close.
I hear they want to buy from Newcastle. Did you hear that?
Mm, yeah.
They want
Sorry,
to buy.
what did you say?
I said Arsenal Isaac from Newcastle.
Oh,
Isaac.
Isak, ne?
If they sign
Yeah, they wanna
they
buy
sign that
Isak.
guy,
I saw that.
if they sign that guy, they're gonna win the league.
Yeah, no. You see, the thing is with City, if City do though, because City now they're also chasing Bruno, the Bruno from Newcastle.
Yeah,
Uh, they're also looking at. I think they're also looking at a second striker. Apparently, Alvarez may leave, and you guys are
Alvarez.
interested in him. Yeah,
Yeah, we wanted.
from
That's
from
the
from.
strike. That's the strike I wanted to sign.
Yeah,
I
so
watched.
let's. Hey, and he's good, man. He's good.
I watched him last night, my friend, against Canada.
Mm,
Copa America. This guy is a proper strike
yeah. Now you see that
because
he's.
because he's wasting his
Mm,
time. Yeah? He's wasting his time.
mm,
This guy should be week in week out for a team.
yeah.
That's how good he is.
Yeah.
Now
No, he's very
they give
good.
us Palmer. They give us Palmer. If they can give us Alvarez. Palmer has done.
Yeah, no, imagine the amount of goals you guys are gonna get now through Alvarez and Palmer. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
chances
No,
can
City would
miss.
City would be stupid if they gave you guys Alvarez. Like, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. They would they would load a gun and keep it up to say shoot. Definitely.
Ay, no, 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 no. But yeah,
Because
mm,
this Chelsea team is the killer.
ish.
Because
Yeah, you
they
forget
create
Alvarez,
so
guys.
many chances.
Mm.
Mm.
Ay, ish. Yeah, no, that's the move I don't want to see happening because he's actually a good player, and you can see that he'll start for any
Yeah.
of our teams. You know that.
He was
So
in,
um, yeah, it's a guarantee starter in every other team. City was just greedy. When they signed
yeah.
him, it was because we also wanted it. So they were like, no, 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 we will have it. We'll buy him before we
No, they
buy
won't
anyone.
sell.
So it was,
They won't sell to.
mm.
They can sell to Chelsea, but not United.
Yeah, I wonder why they don't want to do that because they just gave us their what you call. They gave us Omar Barada.
Yeah,
He's gonna start. He's gonna be our CEO for. I think he's starting on the second week of July. I think
yeah.
he'll be working for us. Yeah, so
Because
I
they
don't
know
know why.
because they know he's not going to put the books and play.
But that's one of their weapons right there, man. Barada, I mean, brought them a lot of good players, you know,
Yeah,
and yeah, so like, but it is what it is. But now the problem is, I think that Arsenal will actually win the Premier League soon, very soon, sooner than what people think, because you look at these charges that City are facing currently, the 115 charges that they're facing apparently. So
Yeah.
it would come to a point deduction. I think uh, at least it will be a point deduction. I don't think they'll get demoted or anything like that. I think there'll be a small fine and like maybe 15 to 20 points deduction max.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think when you look at the points tally that Arsenal have gotten in the past 2 seasons, they've been very close. If
Yeah.
what that's an advantage to Arsenal. I mean,
Mm. They're
as good
improving.
as City are, I don't. Yeah, as City as good as City think they are right now, um, they're not winning the league with 15 20 points deduction. They're not. So I can see Arsenal winning it with that kind of advantage. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's unfortunate for the rest of ours. Our clubs won't be able to take advantage because they're not ready.
Yeah. They're not
They're
ready.
not ready to compete.
We're not
Yeah.
ready. Right now, we must on Europa League, Conference League, Fed Cups, and Carling
Hey,
Cups.
yeah,
No,
man.
you have to be honest. I don't see Chelsea
Yeah.
winning the league for the next 5 years.
Mm-mm.
I'm a Chelsea fan, but I don't
Neither.
see Chelsea winning the next 5 years unless they sign a proper coach like a serial.
Mm,
I don't see it.
like Ancelotti.
Even no, and you know, Ancelotti,
Mm,
right now, if you tell me to choose one coach to make Chelsea click properly,
mm.
huh?
Now I
I
think
will
um Ancelotti fits a team that is already
it's
has played a
cooked.
certain way
It's cooked.
already. Yeah, and it's ready. If you understand what I'm saying, it's just now they
Yeah,
need someone who's just gonna take them to that next level in
yeah,
order to win something. But they've been coming close and they've been competing. Like for example, if you take Ancelotti, you take him to Arsenal,
yeah.
he's winning
He's
because
winning. That's
Arsenal have been competing. Yeah, he's
yeah.
gonna win the league
That's the
because
kind of team that
Arsenal.
he will put into the limelight.
Yeah, so he's more. He fits a team that is ready
Yeah,
to compete, or rather, it's been competing, but they just lacked
yeah.
that
The X,
edge. You understand? So
yeah.
yeah, the X factor in a way, just like with Arsenal with Arteta, it's just the X factor that's
He's
lacking.
the expected.
If you think
He's the
about it,
expected.
he's the X factor. Yeah. So for our teams, he's not ready. He's not
No,
going to do anything at Man United or Chelsea at the moment, but at Arsenal, he would. He would win.
Thomas Tuchel is the one I need.
So, hmm?
Thomas Tuchel is the one I need. If that guy comes back, Chelsea will get and Chelsea will win the
You
league.
want him?
No, he does, guy doesn't want to. That guy is stupid. Somebody win the Champions League, you just fire.
Mm. Yeah, no, it's your owner, bro. I always said that the mistake was Abramovich leaving because
Yeah,
now the person that's gonna come in, you saw the first thing they did was just like they basically collapsed your entire your structure
that's why I said
upstairs.
he's gonna struggle
Yeah.
because there are certain personalities they're difficult to replace.
Mm,
Alex Ferguson,
mm,
guy, Pep Guardiola, those type of
mm,
because they put the aura into a team,
mm.
and that makes team a winning team. You understand?
Yeah.
And it's difficult for any coach to come replace those people.
Mm.
Abramovich was that Chelsea. Whoever he
Mm.
brings, whoever he brings, something
Yeah. Yeah.
because because he has that aura for the team. You know,
Yeah. Eh, yeah, man.
it's gonna be
Uh,
exciting.
No, we'll see. We'll see. What are your predictions so far? If Chelsea get their window, they get things right, or at least get 80% of the
Uh,
signings right
for
for the
next season,
season. Where do you see them
I'm,
finishing? Yeah, where do
for,
you see them
for next
finishing?
season, I'm thinking Chelsea will be in the top five.
Top five, no?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I,
Okay.
I think Tottenham is going to do.
Mm.
Tottenham will be in the top three. I
You
think
think so?
I think it's going to be between City and Arsenal again.
Mm.
I'm not sure who's going to be first. Maybe United, but I think
I
Villa
doubt
will
it.
drop
I doubt
probably six, eight.
it. Mm.
Newcastle might come back into, you know.
Mm. Mm.
So that's how I think it's gonna end. But definitely grow.
Yeah, I think when you think about it, Newcastle without any European competitions, uh,
Yeah,
they're definitely going to be able to come back, especially from the previous season. They may have
yeah,
less injuries this time around. They'll be more
yeah,
prepared as well. They still got the same manager, so I think he's only got one more year left.
yeah. No, that
I
guy is
think, and he's a
is a
good
good coach.
coach. He's a good. He's one
I like
of.
that guy.
This is why I always say, yeah, I also like him. I also like him. I also like
Mm,
him because he's the type of manager that coaches and drills, uh,
yeah.
you know, um, tactics into his players. So you
Then
want
I
that
wouldn't
in the
actually, I
beginning.
wouldn't
When
actually
when you're
mind
building, you want that.
doing for him.
Yeah, but none of our teams are ever gonna go for it, if we're
No.
being honest.
Mm,
But yeah, it's unfortunate. But these are the type of managers we need. And I look right now, we don't have that. So it means we may, for us, instead of what would have taken 5 years to do, it's now gonna take
mm,
7 or 8 years or nine
yeah,
years because now we're keeping the same guy here instead of trying to get someone who's gonna come in and coach these players properly, and
yeah,
implement something that's sustainable for the long run. So with Man United, I think next season we're just gonna again we're gonna be hovering there, sixth, seventh. I don't see us
yeah.
majorly improving because it's pretty much the same player, same coach, same systems. He's not gonna implement what we want him to implement. So it's right
Who
now it's just
who
about
would who would you replace for Ten Hag? Who would you want?
uh well, since now they're gone, if you think about it, they're gone now. They're no longer available. I mean, Dizebi was the one that I wanted. Besides Dizebi, I would have went for Amorim from Sporting Lisbon.
I,
If
I
not
didn't get I
him,
didn't get the Deserbi move though.
hmm?
Deserbi, I didn't.
Yeah, Dizebi, I think he's gone to Italy. Eh?
He's going to Marseille.
I think he's gone to. Is he going to Marseille?
It's close, my friend.
Hey, or did you get that
Imagine.
from Fabrizio? Yo,
Yeah,
that's a U-turn. That's a U-turn
that's a U-turn.
because he was like, yeah, it's a huge U-turn. So he chose
I didn't get
Marseille
it.
out of all. Why?
I
That
didn't
is
get it.
random. That...
It's
I
always
know, guys.
time,
Hmm.
but I feel like that is a kind of good strategist to have these teams that he can install his way of play. You understand?
Oh, yeah. I think that's how he's looking at it as well.
Yeah,
I
he
think that's
doesn't.
how he's looking at it.
I don't think he's the kind of guy that comes to take this huge club because the way
Hmm.
he wants to play is a little bit crazy.
Hmm.
It's like
Yeah, I mean,
puppet
if he
show.
can turn things around for Marseille, I think no. That again puts something on his CV because just like what he did for Brighton,
Yeah,
He goes to Marseille and he actually has the similar impact in terms of I think the type of football they're gonna play, man.
Yeah,
Um, it's gonna be. I might actually watch Marseille this season. I
yeah, it's
might
gonna be
actually
attack.
go and watch Marseille. Yeah,
Mm.
and yeah, apparently they say it's 5 million. Brighton will receive 5 million in compensation,
Yeah, yeah.
and Zebi will sign a 3-year contract. So yeah, no, guys, things
Mm.
are heating up. Eh?
Hey, people
Yeah,
are busy now.
yeah, no, yeah, because it was. I thought the whole Italian thing was like set in stone because he was
Mm.
already speaking with the likes of. But seeing this, yeah, you never know in football, eh? You never know.
You never, you
Yeah,
never know.
but because you obviously know because you've moved football clubs a lot, and in
Yeah,
terms of these rumors, when they come out, how do you feel? Like when there's rumors coming out, is there anything to it as a football player? Or are they these newspapers just making up things, or does your agent feed this kind of information to like these
like
journalists?
when- like when the coach is getting fired or something.
Yeah, like maybe let's say you're linked to another football club and whatnot,
Yeah,
just
no,
because we always used to read about it. Yeah.
like like when I was leaving sport, Pirates
Mm,
wanted, Stars wanted me.
yeah.
So Pirates, Roger Dasa was the coach.
Mm,
He came to me after we played there, and he says to me, "You are my number one target."
mm,
He told me
mm,
straight like this. So
mm,
when the season finished, he I think he Tebo Tebo
mm,
told me when I was about to way to the airport to go on holiday. Tebo Homolo
mm,
said, Dr. Tosa wants to see you now."
mm,
I said to him, I'm sorry, I'm at the airport. I can only talk to Dr. Tosa when I can.
when you come back. No?
Then
Mm,
then my then Pizzo called me when I'm on in Norway.
mm,
Pizzo called me and said, I heard wants you, we want you. This is you're gonna win tackles and sundowns, and you want to win finals, and we're gonna give you money.
yeah.
You are at the age of where you need to earn a lot of money.
Yeah, you need trophies, you need medals.
Yeah, and felt like Sundowns was more eager to speak than Pirates. Because people were just sitting and falling. But this is the head coach that called me and
Mm,
said, "I want." So so my agent called me afterwards and told me, "Oh, listen, I've got two offers on the table.
mm,
So sit, we talk about it." So I told him like this. He gave me the fix. He gave me the figures as it was night and day.
mm,
Like Pirates
mm,
for me
mm,
20 more than what I would make at sport, and Sundowns offered
okay.
1,000 more.
Yeah, well, they clearly they wanted you. Sundowns
You
really
see the
wanted you more.
so
Yeah.
so I didn't even I said to him I take the Sundown,
Mm,
and the way also I I'm sure I would fit into Pirates traditional way, you know.
mm.
Because I know Pitso will play in the Champions League. He will play his way, but he knows how to play another way. In the sense, and
Mm, mm,
I don't think Pirates know Pirates be when it comes to play football. Pirates play the same way, uh, you know. So. I felt like
Yeah.
supporting the right place. So
Mm.
normally you get calls from the office, you know. Normally you get calls from
Yeah.
office. When I it was a tax when I had I said I had a team
Mm.
from Austria, Switzerland, Zurich. One team that played Europa League. They called me
Mm.
straight away after I scored a penalty that game. They called me.
Yeah.
They said
Just
they
like
said
that.
we doing you. We wanted to be about the contract. That was
Mm.
before I actually before I actually the season actually was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So sometimes
Yeah.
you get the
Mm.
bosses. Sometimes you got random agents that call you. That's how
Mm.
it happens.
Mm.
But
Yeah, no.
most people just pick your agent.
Yeah, it's mostly through your agent as well, no?
But
But yeah.
Pizzo is picks to the player. Pizzo
Mm.
doesn't like it. He speaks to the player.
Okay. No, I like his style. I like his style, but
Mm.
no, um, no, man. Obviously, just to round it up quickly, the Euros are playing, obviously, and obviously you also keeping up to date with the Copa America as well. What's your prediction? Where do you see these Euros going? Which team do you think is gonna win this tournament? I know it's hard to predict because it's not easy. You look at the last 16 more or less, or the last whatever
It's very
what you call it. That's when you can properly see that this where where this is going. But
hard.
based on what you've seen so far, which team do you think is gonna scoop it?
When when I first started, I predicted Portugal and England.
Mm,
I predicted one of them would win. But after what I see, I think Germany and Spain are the most impressive teams I've watched.
mm,
But from my
yeah,
experience of big tournaments,
mm, mm,
always the team come out easy. That happened to Senegal in the last one. Play 3-1-3, and they got knocked.
mm.
That thing. So that's why I'm really, really bit skeptic with Spain
In Germany,
and
yeah,
I feel like England who's struggling now might end up really going all the way.
yeah. No, I'm always looking at these tournaments, and I never judge the team that are struggling
Yeah,
at first. It's these teams that tend to win the tournament eventually.
but they tend to win it.
It's weird.
But look at
They
Ivory
they
Coast.
they end up, yeah.
Ivory Coast had 3 points. They got out of it,
Mm,
and they get another gear. You know, like they get
mm,
another breath, of fresh air. And that's how I feel. I
mm.
have a feeling Portugal will be the same. You know, they're gonna start slow, but they're gonna start strong.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, but we'll see. The thing is with England, I've always said it's their manager that's holding them back.
Yeah.
I just can't believe how that guy was even linked to Man United. But I think it was just journalists trolling or whatever. Because there's no way. This man is. The England have one of the most complete teams, but somehow he can't put this team together. You look at the way
No,
they're playing. You can see
he's not
that
a
they're
good
not
coach. Yeah.
very. Yeah, I know he's very poor. He's very poor.
Southgate,
You know.
Southgate doesn't know football. So
No,
and
he's very poor. Yo.
you, you you have when you have young players like Mane, Palmer,
Mm,
and Anthony Gordon.
And Foden.
and Foden. You have these players that are so explosive and so talented. You don't even use them. Like they don't even come on.
He doesn't know how to
Cole,
use them.
Cole Palmer, I could give Cole Palmer a player of the season this year.
Mm,
You know, like, you bring him to the Euros, he does two games, he doesn't come on. No,
yeah,
you
no,
have to be poor.
something's seriously wrong there. I'm sorry,
No,
but I think he'll be
you have to
sacked.
be, you have
I
to be
think he'll be
really
sacked
bad
after
not to
these
be a
Euros.
Cole Palmer.
Yeah, he'll be
I would
sacked after
understand you
these
don't play for Cole Palmer if you let's say you won two games, nice.
Euros.
But you're playing bad,
Yeah.
you know. Give the boy a chance.
Yeah, I think the inland situation, honestly, if we sit here, we're gonna end up sitting for hours. To be honest,
Yeah,
it's because
that's
we
for sure.
just can't understand. Yeah, but no, once again, my man, thank you very much for joining me.
No problem.
For the catch up show as usual. I'm hoping
Yeah,
we can do more of this. It's called the catch up show for a reason.
yeah,
It's just us catching up. I know you've got a very hectic schedule. Most of the time you're always
especially.
busy. Yeah, but no, let me know next time you wanna do this. We're definitely
Yeah,
gonna have another one. I'm planning on doing this at least once a week
yeah,
to just basically catch up. Like we're basically just gonna look at how things stand, you know, week on
no
a
problem.
weekly basis. Yeah.
No problem.
No, thanks very much. I enjoyed the chat. I enjoyed the catch up. It's been a while. To
Yeah,
the viewers as well. I
yeah, sure,
brought the
sure.
guy you said I must bring. So I brought him again, and yeah, hopefully next time I'm thinking of also bringing Teboho as well next time.
Table home. Yeah.
Because uh yeah, the journalist, remember,
Oh yeah, table home.
I think, yeah. So I'm thinking
Okay.
of bringing her next time, but I just want to hear on her availability, and then we'll see how we can navigate through it.
All right.
But yeah, no, enjoy
No
your
problem.
evening, sir.
You too.
We'll catch up again. Thanks
Okay.
again.
Yeah. Sure.
Sharp, sharp. No,
Sure.
that's it for us, guys. There's Mame in the building. And yeah, it's the catch up show. It was the first and official one. It's a new show that is dedicated to us just basically catching up on all things football. And yeah, uh, Mame just blessed us with a lot of knowledge on his times, obviously, as a footballer, how the transfers, how it works from a player's perspective, what they deal with in between the craziness of the transfer rumors and everything that goes behind it. And we've also um, covered the whole Chelsea and Man United problems, as well as the Premier League sort of prediction, Euro predictions. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Mame Niang, thank you very much again for joining me. And yeah, to all the viewers, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be bringing more guests to the show. Not just Mame, I'm going to be bringing more prominent guests to the show to share their knowledge as well on the game. It's called a catch up show, so it's not just going to be Mame, it's going to be journalists, it's going to be former football players, it's going to be everyone. So um, make sure you guys tune in. I do this on a weekly basis. I don't really have shows that I'm gonna be doing on a daily. So this is a way of me to make up for that in a way. So make sure you subscribe, guys, to the List of Football TV, and I'll be back next week again. Maybe not on the same day, but I'll notify anyone. But yeah, take care, guys. Do have a blessed evening, and thank you for joining me once again. Much love and support. Smash the like button, people, on your way out. And yeah, I'll definitely see you guys next week. Peace. Lord, that was a long ass. Okay, no, I wonder if I can't get it for next week, but I want to interview her first.